Yo, what is going on everyone? It's TK, and on today's video we're gonna dive into some of the best players in Legends League and how I've hit them with the super barge strategy. So without any further ado, let's go. Alright, we are here on Klaus's base, and guys, for me this was actually a new base because I haven't seen it. But the way he has put the poison tower on the left side of the CC, it means basically he has traps on the right side most likely. So that's why I'm going to try my best to, kind of not go for the right side, because that's the obvious choice. A lot of people might choose to go for the right side super archer, but I'm going to go from the center, and you can already see I've actually hit a few bases that had early red bombs, and they are for healers. I think they are meant to be for the healers so they can, kind of bait the queen charge. But now we're gonna go in with this clone into the scatter shot at the town hall as close as possible, and look at what I'm gonna do now. Once I know the archers took down Rockaloon, I'm gonna pull the ice with the archer in front of an archer tower. Now look at the placement of the ice golem. When we shoot the ice, we're damaging the town hall, but then the ice dies. So now I'm gonna pull the ice to the top side in front of the cannon. The ice came in front of the archers, but we didn't take out the town hall. It was 1 HP, and that's unfortunate. But I want to kind of showcase the way you can pull the ice golem left and right and center so you can get the best angle to your super archer. So even when they are far from the town hall, they have a high possibility of actually taking it out. Now we're gonna go in with the ice golem. Of course, this is what I kind of like learned throughout when I was practicing the super barge in TH16, because a lot of people have their heroes really close to the outside, and the ice golem will usually stay back with the heroes and not really move as quickly forward. Now I'm gonna pop the warden ability for that one root rider so he can pull the poison and also damage the town hall even more. I'm trying to funnel the king back into the base because he went out. Queen also went out following him. Now I'm gonna invest the freeze here just because I want this town hall, so I don't really want to go around for it. The Titan is still alive. It's gonna tank a few things, but it's probably gonna go down very soon. Now the king ability is one of the key things in this strategy, because the way you can use the earthquake boost can open up the entire base for your queen. But if you don't have that ability to do it for now, you can just pop it, of course, whenever it's actually needed and not go too deep into the base. And look at this, queen now has access to all that whole other side, and I have the champion to clear the path that the queen cannot have access. And Klaus's base is not gonna have a chance to stand, especially with the way I super archer right in front of a poison tower. And guys, with the beauty of this super archer clone method on ring bases and any ring base, it's basically there is no bombs. Usually the bombs are always in the core. People don't put the bombs on the outside area if maybe they are baiting it, maybe, but Klaus wasn't. We are here on Bernal's base now. You might have seen this base, but one thing about the pros in High Legends is that they always change traps, just like I'm doing with my current base layout. That's why you can see I'm gonna use an ice golem, because I know this area will be stacked with traps, red bombs to pull these loons down, sweepers pushing us so I cannot archer clone. Look at the amount of traps he has. These rock loons are not going to be able to go that deep, but I'm going to freeze the sweeper and the poison tower. But guys, guess what? The approach with this method is not to go deep for the base, is to actually make a funnel for the heroes. If you're on my channel before, you've probably seen this approach of me doing recently. But if you're new here, one thing we're doing with this approach is we're gonna clear out the whole left side of the base and make a L-shaped path from the other side, which is the 11 o'clock ish, to the town hall. And then after it, we took out a very nice chunk of the base. I'm gonna have a minion to clean up and a barbarian later on to kind of funnel my heroes, so I make sure they go to the right area. King Warden, of course, we're gonna go in with something that can tank the royal champion for the first few shots, just like the barbarian did, and then the royal champion cannot have any more damage to our troops. Now you can see already I'm dropping hog, barbarians, all these things to the right side, because, well, let's say your king just wants to go to the outside. That's when you have a high possibility of failing. But now the king is going very nicely. These root riders will open the path for the king and queen, but they are a bit to the left, so I had to pop the warden ability also about those rockaloons and the super minions. They can be really deadly and just instantly kill one of your root riders. But now this is where the army is dying out, and this is where the king's ability come in handy. The Gauntlet, of course, is going to be bugged because I popped the Warden ability before the King ability, but the Earthquake is what gave the Queen also access to the Monolith, guys. That is important. Normally, maybe the King would have just stayed behind the walls and take so much extra damage. But now, the Queen has access even to the Town Hall with my Root Rider. But I dropped the Champion. You know why? Because I realized I had a lot of barbs, so even if the champion goes into the Town Hall Poison and fully dies, there is no way one Expo can kinda kill 13 barbarians. That's why I did that, and I sent the champion right into that Town Hall Poison just to help the Queen out, so the Queen can clear some of the few stuff that my barbarians can the other side of the walls. And this is how Bernal's base is also gonna go down. But guys, I have another method on the exact same base, but Achilles was running it, which is Bernal's, one of Bernal's, I think, best friends. So that's why they have the same base, and it's insane how these two methods can work nicely because it just cannot get baited. That's just how simple it works. But let's go on to Achilles's base. We're here on exact same base, maybe a bit different sweeper placements, maybe a bit multi-archer tower placements, but as I told you, people keep on switching things around. If you didn't know, you can actually swap buildings and your base would not be locked, guys. That is important to know because you can always have a kind of new-ish base every single day in Legends because you can keep swapping out, you can keep baiting, and it's just amazing how it works. Now I'm gonna attack the Wizard Tower and the Archer Tower with 2 barbs, then my main group of runes, and then you can see the way I'm gonna drop these rocket runes to be able to go to the Expo because that's where their traps is, guys. They are deeper than you think. So go ahead with these rocket runes like that, and look at this landing. I'm gonna land before the wall and then clone into the bomb tower because, guys, there is no empty spots next to the bomb tower, which means there is no place for any small bombs. But don't forget, one small bomb and the bomb tower can kill your archers. Now I'm gonna try my best to kind of pull these ice, but it's actually pulling a few off my archers, so that's unfortunate. But now we are fine with a few archers on the Town Hall. Are we gonna get the single? We did. That is a nice value. Now this is where I usually started doing the Titan on the enemy CC if it's like Ice Golems, and Rocket Loons, because they're just annoying. I don't have many barbarians with this army comp because we have 4 Root Riders. On the original one, we had like 35 barbarians, I think, right? So we could kill Ice Golem with barbarians and have the Titan to go into the base with the main push. But no, on here, I just rather just drop a Titan on those, little, defensive CC and just start my push. I'm following the King ASAP before these Root Riders not open the wall, because then he can just walk out. So you need to be really quickly on the King funnel. Now this is where the base identification come in handy, because if I had an Ice Golem and drop it in front of 4 heroes that are on the top side, this would be such an amazing push. But guys, guess what? I actually forgot the Queen. Yes, I did forget the Queen. I usually do whenever I'm having King and Warden first, just to clear things out so the Queen doesn't go wrong. And it's just a little thing that I do, and I don't know, man, sometimes I need to actually take care and chill a bit and drop the Queen as well with the army, because you've probably seen me not drop the Queen before. And here's where I know the King ability and Queen ability will give me all the top side. The Royal Champion will have to go from the opposite side, because take a look at time. We have only 1 minute and there's around 40% of this base left by the time I dropped the Royal Champion. So a lot of the base was left, and it's mainly defenses, so they have a high HP and high hitting damage. Drop a few barbarians for the single Inferno, because as you can see, it could lock onto my champion and be problematic. Also, they are tanking for the multi-cannon, for the scatter shot, for the Expo, and this is just how you can kind of just deploy your barbs at the best and finest way to do it. And this was another method on the same exact base that we just saw last attack, and that's how we can take them both down with 2 different methods. So let's go on and see the other base, which is going to be a diamond. We are here on Lupo's base, and guys, this was actually a kind of interesting base with the invisibility on 2 Infernos and the Clan Castle and the Town Hall. And the Infernos are single and a multi-Inferno on the Eagle for Lala approaches. So this in general was a very challenging base for me to plan, and you can see already we are around 7 seconds right now, and I still kind of not sure about my plan, but I know in my mind there is a way to take down this base. What I'm going to do is to send a few rockaloons for that air defense and try to land right on top of the queen. Just because the king is on this side, we can make him invisible. Look at these rockaloons. They're going to pull both sweepers. I'm going to freeze one, the one that is more, in front, and the poison tower, so we can go ahead and land deeper. And look at my invisibility. I'm going to clone all the way to the left to get some archers on the left side and not exactly in the same spot, or maybe even on the right side. But now with the clone that we have deployed, we can get the value from the left side and also from the side that the scatter was. That is important because this does now look like that box space. As I told you, you want an L on the town hall. So we got the back end, we got one side, and now we're gonna dive into opposite side of the town hall with all the push we can do. I'm trying to kind of make sure the rockaloon doesn't go directly on top of my titan. That's why I dropped the ice golem first. It's gonna be sprung out, but it at least did some nice damage, and they're frozen, basically affected the super minions. Now we're gonna go in with these root riders and take a look at what I'm doing with the outer defenses. That air defense is important to go down, the one that the hog rider was on it but it went down. The cannon is also a key to go down, but you can see the Tesla is very good placed, because that will mean if you don't have good funnel, the king actually will walk to the outside and not in the warden ability, so I cannot really catch the king anymore, guys. And that is a bit annoying, because the king is now going to die. If he was in the warden ability, it would be bugged. That's how simple one Tesla can be to pull the king. Now the queen is on the town hall. This is where I'm kind of looking at the opposite side to drop the champion, because I really don't want to drop the champion into multi-archer tower, a monolith, and a single inferno. I'd rather drop her, in a corner, so she can get her things done, like the few buildings that she needs to get, and the queen tanking the left defenses by the time my champion reaches it. I try to snipe the heroes one by one, so I drop the barb in a way so only king gets pulled. Then I drop a barb in a way so the queen gets pulled also. And then we're gonna go in with more headhunters, of course, on the top side, and a few more barbarians to finish this base off. It was a very tough base in general. You can already see it's coming close to an end, but that's how you can get this done. Even with the poison tower where it was, with two sweeper where it was, with the queen, you can still land, clone in a nice way to get one side of the base and then have the warden on the other side. So hopefully you enjoyed this method, because we're gonna go into the last base. We have Lord right here, and guys, this was also a challenging base because Lord, I think by now he knows me and how I do my super archer clones, and the way he has the empty spots is amazing. His base was just designed to defend the super archer, and guess what? It actually did defend my super archer, but not the strategy. Okay, so this is like one of the best recoveries I did, but I'm not gonna take that much credit for it, as tunnel 16 is not that strong and not that hardcore. So it's possible to save an attack. You just need to be calm, you just need to be able to think through and be like, I can do this. Look at this, I'm gonna clone these loons because I couldn't wait in time, and the loons are actually pulling the poison, the tornado keeping my archers inside the poison. And guys, we basically got, I think, one eagle artillery with all that value of super archer clone, and we are all dead. And look at the base. I'm here thinking, hold on, what can we do, what can we not do? And I was like, I really want to still triple this, so I'm gonna go with the same kind of original plan. We're gonna go in from a side, but I didn't drop the queen too far out because I don't want the queen to go fully behind my main push. I'm fine with her going around the base, because guys, with the king ability and the root riders, you can actually take out the town hall, and I'm telling you, that's just how beautiful it works. Now this is where the king ability should be in the warden. Come on, walk, then the warden ability, beautifully done on that king, so we can have his bugged ability later on. You can see the queen, I didn't funnel too much, I let her go to the outside. Now she's fine to get the monolith, and also maybe a few heroes, but you need to invest a few things on her. I kept that root rider alive because it can tank also a few things. Look at that king ability, absolutely demolishing that side. I'm gonna make the queen invisible, but I didn't make the unicorn invisible, so that's unfortunate. Now we're gonna pull the enemy queen and of course maybe just kill her with a few headhunters, but but we have the champion in the invisibility, and we needed the headhunters for the back end king. That's what I thought maybe could stop us, so I kept these headhunters. We're gonna go in with a few barbarians to tank for the outer defenses, not outer basically in the first layer, but the queen's healers are what that actually saved her right here. If I didn't have the healer ability, she would have died earlier, but now with the champion drop, it's just amazing how this attack was actually a triple. But as I said, I'm not gonna take full credit. Look at the champion ability, by the way, to keep the queen alive. I didn't need to pop her, but because the queen was damaging the inferno, I did. And hopefully you enjoyed this video. Come back tomorrow for more. See you soon on the next one. Take care and peace.